What is going on, guys? One more time bringing guys a brand new Busch Gardens video. It has been a minute since we've had one of these sit down Busch Gardens video, and I am excited to be back with you guys. And today we're going to be talking about Howl-O-Scream 2025, the 25th anniversary, my thoughts on it. And after this video, I want to hear your thoughts on how the overall year was for Howl-O-Scream. What was your favorite stuff? What things would you see them improve on? And what would you want to see in the future? Before we jump into this video, this weekend is Member Appreciation Weekend at the park where they're having a town hall. You guys have known I have spoken many times about how great the town hall was and how much I loved going to it last year. Unfortunately, I will not be there this year. I had a prior commitment. I will stay updated with all the people that post from the Member Town Hall, and I will make a video in the next couple weeks where we will discuss everything that was discussed. Hopefully, we'll get some really cool information about the Big Bad Wolf. Also, since our last video, the official title is out. Big Bad Wolf, The Wolf's Revenge. Let me speak very briefly on that. Some people are upset that they didn't go with any of the names that they listed. I think this was the right decision. Obviously, people who knew about the Big Bad Wolf, regardless of what they named this coaster, they were going to call this the Big Bad Wolf. Since it is continuing that story, I think it is the best decision, and I think it's just the smart decision in marketing, merchandising, and just the court of public opinion. I think this is the right move. So I know some people are kind of mixed on it, but in my opinion, I think this is the right move. Let's talk about the reason you're here, Howl-O-Scream 2025. And let me just start out by saying I just want to give a shout out to the amazing scare actors and the amazing performers. I was blown away by the shows, and I think all the scare actors in all the haunted houses and in the territories were fantastic. Props to the scare actors in Gorgon Gardens. Y'all legitimately had me fooled that there were no statue people. When I was walking through, if you go back and watch the vlog, I was very convinced there were none. And then as I was walking back, I'm like, oh, shoot, they are there. And so props to y'all because y'all had me fooled. The makeup and the costumes were on point. The shows were amazing. Monster Stomp and Fiends. I mean, come on now. Fiends? You know, I had spoken a lot on this channel for the last year about wanting Fiends back and how excited I was after they announced it. Lived up to the hype and then some. It was a thrilling show. The jokes were great. The comedic timing was perfect. And it felt close enough to the old show that I remembered watching, but it still felt new and fresh, and that's what I loved about it. I hope Monster Stomp is here to stay because that show was electric. Phantoms of the Fast House was pretty good, and Skeletones is pretty good, so shout out to y'all. You know, much respect for what y'all do. You know, I call a football game every week for my high school team, and just screaming like that makes me lose my voice and I can't record music for a couple days. So the stuff you put your voices through and your bodies through to perform every night multiple times a week for hours on end, you know, credit to y'all. Y'all have done an amazing job. So I want to start out by saying I went to this haunted trail a couple weeks ago in the Outer Banks called Wicked Woods. It was really good, and for me, I don't get jump scared. But what I can be is disoriented. And if you can disorient me, you'll throw me off. You won't scare me, but you'll have my mind wandering in a bunch of places, and you'll kind of get my fight or flight going in a way. The best part about this haunted trail was how disorienting it was. This is where I think Busch Gardens needs to improve when it comes to the haunted houses. I think there's a couple things we need to improve on in haunted houses, but this is one of them, is the lighting. I think there are a lot of times where it is too much light, and that is my opinion. I don't think it's a necessarily time of day issue because obviously, you know, you go to one like I went to Clown Town during the day. I'm not talking about Clown Town. I think Clown Town was great even for a daytime maze. Monster Manor, I went to it in the evening, but from what I gathered, it wasn't that much different at night. Deathwater Bayou, Lost Mines, and Killarney Diner. A lot of these are enclosed buildings. Let's build up on that and really disorient the viewer, because I think that is almost more of an alley-oop for the scare actors to really scare somebody when they're disoriented. They don't know which way to go. But when you kind of have people directing you every few steps of where to go and there's plenty of lights everywhere, it takes away that element of where do I go. And this one, there was multiple times in the haunted trail at Wicked Woods, they had to tell me where to go because I legitimately didn't know. And I wish I had footage to give you guys. They didn't allow me to film. I think they need to be longer too. And I said this before, it looked like it was going to get fixed, but it didn't. I have walked through Killarney Diner every single year since they brought it in. It's always been one of my favorites. And last year, it was shrunken down a little bit. It was still shrunk down. Like, the car wasn't there. There were the city strip. There were some parts of that wasn't there. It was very short. It felt like 3 minutes. I was in and out. And like I said, when you're in Killarney Diner, it is on point. The scare actors are great. The set dressing is great. The setting is perfect. It just needs to be longer. And it's not like one of those things where I don't know if you can do it. No, I've seen you do it. I have seen Killarney Diner at its peak. You have the blueprint. Redo it. The two new houses, Clowntown and Monster Manor, they were my favorites of all the haunted houses. I would love for them to stay. I hope they stay. I think having a clown maze is just perfect. I think they handled it really well. They really kind of get your blood pressure going up with the immediate, you walk into the thing with the big blow up mats like pushing against you and you have to like squeeze through. I wasn't ready for that. That was my first time going through one of those. In Monster Manor, seeing some old items of Busch Gardens Howl-O-Scream past, or just Busch Gardens past in general, with the Battle for Ire goggles and some of the old ticket kiosk. It was perfect. That one is one that I'm hoping that they build on going forward. Same with Clowntown. It is really good. Now that you know it's good, let's take it a next step. Death Water Bayou. I love the set dressing. I love the room with like all the mannequins. I love the painting. I love the designs. It's just missing something, and I can't put my finger on what it's missing because I don't know, because it's not a short maze. It is a long maze, and that's what I love about it. It takes time to get through Death Water Bayou, and that's what I love. I don't like just being in and out like you are in Killarney Diner. It needs to have more scare actors in it. That is another thing, is the how we're filling up haunted houses, and I think Busch Gardens needs to be better at staffing and filling haunted houses. Where does that responsibility lie? I think it's on Busch Gardens. I think they need to market it better, the opportunity to go and be scare actors, and I think they just need to handle the scare actors better. And I'm not going to go into the weeds of that because I'm not a scare actor. I don't know like all these things, but I think there needs to be some better handling of that role and that position to get more people to come in. Because I was talking to one of the scare actors, and the appeal of it is you're paid to go and yell at people. On paper, looks great, but there's flip side to it. There's the makeup, there's, you know, getting dressed, there's the taking the makeup off, but it's also what you have to go through with the people, because you're going to have drunk people, high people, people that are just obnoxious, and then the people that just scream. But that's what you want. For actors to have to go through that for hours and hours, that can take a toll on them. It can be a wear and tear to not only them physically, but mentally. So I think Busch Gardens needs to do a better job at handling these situations. Now, is that something that Busch Gardens can 100% monitor? Absolutely not. They started the chaperone thing, which did help. And I think there needs to be more steps taken to protect the scare actors from the elements of people drinking too much. And how do you control that? I don't know. You don't want to fill up the haunted houses with security, because again, it's like I said, when you have people telling you which direction to go in haunted houses, it kind of takes away from the element. So there needs to be a fine line, a fine medium, and I think Busch Gardens is feeling the pressure to find it, and I'm hoping that they can arrive to it, because I would love to see more people be enthusiastic about coming on to be scare actors and really have a long maze like Death Water Bayou truly like filled up with actors. Lost Mines, solid. Like I said before, I love the fact that that one is very claustrophobic. It keeps you closed in. I thought the scare actors did a fantastic job in there. That is one that is also pretty quick to get in and out of, but I really enjoyed it, and I love the lava looks. I don't remember that. I feel like that was new this year. That was a lot of fun. I love the set dressing in there. Took it a step up from where it was before. It made it feel new, and you weren't like ready for every single thing in there. I think that was a fantastic haunted house as well. So to round out the haunted houses thing, I think they were all solid. There were none that were bad. I just think there needs to be better handling of the darkness. I think it needs to be darker in these haunted houses, and I think we need to be doing a better job protecting our scare actors from the elements, because I think in that case you would get more people want to be scare actors. And any of you who are watching this that are scare actors or had previously been scare actors at the park or other parks around the world, let me know in the comments down below what you thought about my thoughts, and what would your thoughts be to maybe solve some of these problems. This is not just a Busch Gardens thing. This is around the clock thing I have seen. I don't only want to be a voice for Busch Gardens, Williamsburg in this case scenario. I want to kind of bring this awareness to all scare actors in haunted houses, theme parks, non-theme parks, whatever it is. I really appreciate all the work that you guys put yourselves through to deliver these haunting and terrifying performances for us night in and night out. And I just want to make sure that I can do everything I can with this platform to put y'all in the best position possible. So love you guys. Let's work on this together. Let's talk about the territories and the set dressing of the park as a whole. And here's where I'm going to start to get a little nitty gritty. I think there was a lot left on the table when it comes to the set dressing of Howl-O-Scream this year. It's the 25th anniversary. The way they hyped it up did not match the delivery. Kind of aggravating, to be 100% honest with you. I'm glad we still had the big pumpkin. I was excited that they kept that around, and they kept Jack's Witching Hour and Oktoberfest. That was fantastic. I love that touch. They teased a lot about bringing back the old, especially when it came to the bash over in France. Now, did they have some nods to the past? Absolutely. When you walk into the park, you had the roses with the eyeballs in it, which if you guys have watched my videos, I was really looking forward to that. So I'm very thankful that they did that. A bunch of skeletons with hats on, a few scare actors. Some of the scare actors were just party goers, and then some of the scare actors were characters of the past. But at least in the nights that I was there, no marquee characters. And I think that's what was really missing, because I think they really hyped it up. You were going to feel like the Lady of the Gardens. You were going to get Scarlet. There was rumors about them at times. I don't know. You guys maybe in the comments can clarify for me. But to me, I just never really saw that. You saw some stuff from Vampire Point, and you saw some of the wolf stuff. Like I said, there were nods to the past, but I don't think any to the top level that we had seen before. And you still had some of the vampire stuff from the old vampire stuff over like right past France in the Wild Reserve area. That was really cool. The Wild Reserve area, back when I was a kid, I remember when there were wolves there. They don't really do anything to that area now. I said in the vlog, and I still believe it. If it is because you don't want to spook the animals and have the animals going, you know, crazy over the sounds, totally understandable. And if that's the reason, I have no qualms, no problems. If that is not the reason, what the heck? There needs to be something there. It is just emptiness for that whole way, except for the few vampires and coffin stuff. Like I said, if it's about the animals, no problem. Scotland needs work. I think in a lot of the commercials, they had like the lake monster down by Loch Ness, teasing that Scotland would have some maybe Loch Ness monster themed area. Now, in the promo for Howl-O-Scream, there was no mention of a territory related to that. And I get that. I'm not saying that I was expecting it. I was expecting something, and we got nothing. You have a land there. Please, please, let's do something with it. Let's fill it up. We don't have enough territories. We have very few territories. When I was a kid at the park, every country was a territory. There was some type of scare actors in every country. Let's bring that back. Let's bring that energy back. It was fantastic then. It can be fantastic now. Same with Ireland. With Fiends back, you had all the monsters on the like the gurneys. That was amazing because those were there when I was a kid. I was so excited to see those back. But there are no scare actors. Let's have some scare actors out there, especially that main plaza in Ireland. It is a big open playground where scare actors can run around. I remember when I was a kid and clowns would come out all around there. You can do something. I'm not saying you need to have 10 scare actors roaming around, but a few. Keep the park active. Keep the momentum going. Festival over in Festa Italia needs more. It needs more. And the scare actors, I don't know where this line is. The scare actors need to do a little bit more on the scaring side when it comes to the territories. You get the advisory as you go into the park, parental guidance advised, because some of the scares might not be suitable. I would love to know what those scares are. I would really love to know what those scares are because I have not seen them. And in the footage that I've seen from other people that have gone on different nights, I haven't seen them. I love the scare actors. Y'all doing a fantastic job. I just want to see scare actors be scary. And you guys know how I feel about the Naboo necklaces. I think they're ridiculous, but but that's a battle I know I'm going to lose. Gordon Gardens was really good. You can only have so many scare actors in that area because it is so congested. Like I said, they killed it there. Italy needs some. Italy needs something. Oktoberfest needs something. You get the Jack's Witching Hour, and you get a few carryovers from Scary Tail Road, and that is the biggest playground of all playgrounds to have. Chainsaw People, something. And then you have Scary Tail Road, which that was fantastic. That was, in my opinion, the perfect of all the territories because it was congested and it had the right number of scare actors who were doing a good job. You had the little like puppeteer, which was creepy and fantastic. Stalker Street, I thought it was really good. It seemed like there were some elements that they wanted to have that they ended up not having or ended up getting taken away as the year went on. But I think, more stilts, That would have been a great time for like the bungee jumper dude. There was a lot of opportunity there. That is one of my favorite areas. I think that's where, when I talk about the darkness of the park, that is where it's at its best. I think they tried something this year and it worked really good, and I hope they build on it next year and add some more elements, because back when that area was Wendigo Woods and whatnot, it was always so active, and I think we just need to do a better job at keeping it active going forward. And then with Ripper Row, it's always solid. That crew is really good. They're not going to be the ones that are really going to get up in your grill, because they are kind of easing you into the park or easing you out of the park. But they do a fantastic job. They're always roaming around. It's always well populated. So I have no real qualms with Scaretail Road. Like I said, I want the limbs back at the arches when you first walk through. At least we got them over in Monster Manor. That is my thoughts on Howl-O-Scream. So all in all, I think it was better than before. I think it was better than last year, but I think it still needs some improvement, and I hope there's still some more work, some true time, love, and care into this project, because it is such a popular time of the season outside of Christmas Town. I would love to see the park really double down on some of their efforts this year, work to improve it for next season. Like I said, the groundwork is there. It's just taking the right steps to go forward and make it better. So I believe Busch Gardens can do it, and I believe Busch Gardens will do it. We'll just have to wait and see for next year about what Howl-O-Scream 2025 will look like. But don't get me wrong, I thoroughly enjoyed Howl-O-Scream this year, and I hope you guys did too. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts were about Howl-O-Scream. What would you like to see improve, and what would you like to see in the future? What changes would you like to see made? And like I said, for the scare actors, I want to be a platform for you guys to help make all your situations better, whether you're at Busch Gardens, Disney World, King's Dominion, some trail somewhere else. I want to be here for you guys, because you guys are amazing and you guys do awesome at everything you guys do. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed. Make sure that bell button down below so you're notified every single time I upload a brand new video to the channel. Make sure to go stream my new song, Sunglasses, wherever you listen to your music. And make sure to go check out the Patreon link down in the description and at the end card to go watch some extended vlogs from Busch Gardens. My name is Will Morris, and I'm out. Peace.
I know I'll see you in passing. Don't want to be distracted. Put my sunglasses on, and the menu